Hey guys, welcome to the fourth part of the video where we'll be learning how to import the textures inside Unreal Engine and how to apply that onto our object here that we have already placed. So for importing the texture files, what one has to do is just directly import it. First, I have already told you that you need to have a proper folder structure for all this stuff like a static mesh, material and stuff. So first, what I'll be doing, I will be maintaining a proper folder structure inside it. So you can also follow along in this video to just carry on with it. So I'll be creating, right click, new folder. I'll be creating a folder as static mesh. So these are the meshes that we have imported over here. These are the meshes. Then we'll be just moving here, drag and drop and just move. We'll be creating, right click, new folder, materials, that all the materials that we create. So basically this materials. Then just move here and we'll create one more folder because this isn't just materials. We'll be importing textures from outside the engine for applying it onto the model. So we'll be creating one more folder as textures. So I've already told you there's one way to import textures is just import and just do it, or the second way is just you can go to your folder, desired folder, and just drag and drop the texture files. So these are the texture files that I'm seeing over here. Just take it and just drag and drop inside the Unreal Engine like this. It will take a time to import it and it will just import it as you go by. So these are the objects. Now you are seeing that there are different objects for different things inside this, right? So what we'll be doing would be just creating a new materials out of it. So we have already have these two materials and one is already applied onto the base. So what we're doing will be applying one of this onto this ground. So this red one. So we'll just distinguish it. We'll be creating one more material like Control W and base 3, for example. We'll be just selecting green. So we can just have a reference of it that we have applied a material on inside. So then apply it onto this. So yeah, it's already looking good inside it, right? So you'd be thinking like, what are all these things inside this all these things, right? So don't worry, this is the basic things that we'll see now. So this is basically the direction light, or also known as your sun. That's the sun. In just light direction, just direction of the light from where the light is coming and stuff. And this is your skylight. The skylight is basically something that it captures the light that is coming from all the direction onto a single point so that it properly illuminates the scene. After that, you have a fog, atmospheric fog and stuff. You have a reflection capture, so it would be capture. It would, if there's a reflection in the scene, you can it can just capture that reflection and place onto the object. You can just showcase it. Then this is the player start. So this is basically where the player will spawn whenever we play the game. So whenever we play the game, so this is where the location will start, and this is the location where the player start is. So right now I'm just we are seeing this. We can just use WSD to move around like this. Just escape to escape. So this is the position where the player will spawn. This player start. Just seeing this over here. Yeah. For now you are seeing all this all these things are coming in your way, right? So for just removing all these things from your way, you just need to press G. G is the game view that it will show you everything that won't be visible during when you play a game, basically whenever you press play of the game. So first we'll be opening the VAS material, and we have already created a base material out of it, right? So we don't need a base material. What we want to do, we want to select a texture out of it. Yeah. For example, this dirt texture. I want this to be a bit of dirty. Obviously, it's a vase. That's why. So I'll just drag and drop it onto here. So it will create a texture sample for it. I'll just break this link. I'll create Alt and click. So it will break this link. I'll just delete this node, and I'll just connect this node to this. So it will create the this node over here. And just save it, and you will be seeing that, oh, it's already here. Nice. But it is not having any kind of roughness or anything like that. It's not looking that good Obviously, because you have just applied a color onto it, you have not done anything extra onto it, right? So for doing that, just open the material. Here we need the material to be a bit shiny, right? So for creating, so just drag from the roughness and place a node. You can just drag it and just place it onto it, or else what you have to do is just press 1 and left click. So this will give you a single node. From the value would be 0 to 1. Just drag it onto the roughness. So this is now way too much clear, right? So I'll just apply it once for making you guys see what's new. You see, it's way too shiny. You can see the reflection over here, right? So we don't need that much shiny. What we're doing, we'll be creating, we'll be entering some values over here. So 0.3 or something like that. 0.3 something like that, and we'll just entering it. Like, apply and save. And this is how it will look after this. So next what we'd be doing, we'd be just going to the base of the soil basically, and just drag and drop that the ground texture onto it. There's one more way to import the textures inside it. One is just right click, write texture sample. This is the texture sample, and just connect it. And in the texture sample, just select your asset from here. So there would be different type of assets. Just select your ground. Just that's a ground. GROUND, and just select it. So it will be selected over here. Just file and save. Just save it, and you'll be seeing that the texture is already applied onto it because we already changed it. This is looking kind of good, but it's kind of shiny, right? But a soil isn't shiny. So what we can do is we can just create a node for the roughness over here. Just connect it and make the roughness to be 1. So it won't be shiny anymore. Just apply, save. So this is the texture that you'll be getting over here, right? It's kind of good. Now we'll connecting of the leaves. I'm just adjusting a bit of position so it might come in the center itself. So this is the center part, and there are two different leaves material. You can see this is 1. This is how it looks, and this is 2. It's kind of so we want it to be like a mixture of it, right? We can apply it anything inside it. What we'll do, we'll just open that material. Open that material. We will just texture, and we can just drag in this one. You can just connect the RGB. There's a bump map onto it. Bump map is basically a kind of displacement map, but it's not active over here. So for activating that displacement map, just click on it, drag, just scroll down till you find the tessellation folder. In the tessellation part, just go to flat tessellation. You can just find it the void. Now you can see that's a proper texture, I guess. Now what we'll be doing, now we are having two kind of textures. This is 1 and this is 2. We are also having a mask, that's an opacity mask. So for opacity, just click on this part, and from opaque, just click on masked. When you click on masked, just go to RGB and connect opacity to mask. It will create something like this. It's kind of different, right? So but we are seeing it onto this plane right now. That's the reason we are seeing it like this. We'll just create, apply, save. Now after this, when we see it over here, this is something how it looks. It does look good, but you are seeing that opacity mask have messed up many things inside it. Go to the material, click on it, just remove the mask out of it, just save. It will take a bit of time to save, and here how your leaves look, and this is how you create materials and apply a texture onto it. Now right now I'm moving like this and seeing it, right? But what if I want to just stay here and just let this model rotate itself? You wanna see that, right? Yeah, so we'll be doing that in the next part of the video. I'll see you in the next video.